Kia ora, David. My name's Nelson. My mum was the distinguished elderly lady who welcomed you onto the marae. It's been nearly 25 years. I'm extending you a welcome to come back for dinner any time. It was lovely to see you last time and be lovely to see you again. No mai, haere mai.
David, I'd like to say that it's important for us to welcome celebrities. There wasn't very many before you, but after you, lots of people wanted to come onto our marae. So you were the beginning of bringing a lot of celebrities onto our marae. Thank you very much for coming to see us when you came 25 years ago, and we hope that you will enjoy this recording.
My name is Rehia Kenny, and I was present the day that David Bowie came to Takapuahe Marae. I was the kaikaranga, and I even remember the song that Auntie Charlotte and I sung for him. And it was about Manuhiri Tuarangi. Manuhiri Tuarangi is one of the highest compliments you can pay to a visitor. I won't sing it for you, but the words are Haere mai ranga, ngā manuhiri tuarangi, maku koe poi poi mo ngā tau e maha, e kore hoki koe waihotia ki raro, maku koe poi poi mo ngā tau e maha, haere mai rā, haere mai rā ngā kaupapai, something like that. It's just to welcome a very distinguished visitor to our marae and to let them know that we support them in all their endeavours. It's about love and support, really, yeah, and that how we feel about having him in our presence.
Well, no, I'm not too sure why he wanted to come here. I can only presume is that he was interested at the time in Indigenous music. And I think he'd done some things either in Africa or in South America, a meeting with Indigenous people there. So I think he wanted to come over here, and he'd heard that we had a style of music as well. And I think that was the sort of impetus for him to visit. And the fact, and the other thing, of course, is that we were in Marae close to Wellington City, where he was about to perform.
It was as though the whole of Porirua had arrived here, because word got out and the place was packed.
It was a lot of fun, having him here, and it really was an honour.
I think there would have been about 3,000 people hanging on the wall and outside the wall.
It wasn't really a secret initially. It was sort of impromptu, just happened.
Yes, it was supposed to be all hush-hush, wasn't it? Yes.
Well, it was a secret because the people from outside Porirua would come in and there wouldn't be enough room for our own people to be on the marae. Our marae is so small, really, to bring in all those other people outside the Wellington and Wairarapa. They'd all been here.
Well, we found out rather late and we just raced down from where we were at the back of the marae there.
I went down the side of the old wharekai and there was about 5 of us, and one of the old aunties says, "You can come in, but you others can't come in. She works on the marae, I haven't seen you out the back, so you're not coming in."
A poor whiri, the air is broken by the woman. They're the first sound. Then someone should issue a challenge with the taiaha. They laid a taonga on the ground, he picked it up, and then he was invited on and the words of welcome were spoken and responded to.
He seemed quite comfortable. Yes, he had a couple of guides with him to interpret what was being said, because it was all done in Maori in the reo. And they both left this world now, but they were his guides at that time.
Oh, what it meant to them, it would have been an honour, because we know that they were influential people in our iwi as well at that time. It would have been an honour for them to be his guide, and I think why he wouldn't have felt so nervous coming on is they would have set the pace for him before he actually got to the marae. they would have talked to him and told him a few things, what was going to happen, and explained to him. The person that did, we call the wero, was Māori Te Kahu and Junior Williams. They were the two that set the challenge. Now, we know that if he didn't pick that up, there could have been an insult. So it was right for him to pick it up, and he did.
The karanga was done by Auntie Charlotte Solomon and myself, and it's to welcome our distinguished visitors onto our ancestral marae. Yes, and then they seat themselves, and then the kōrero takes place, the speeches. Oh yes, they also did the haka, kamate kamate. It's well known all around the world, that particular haka, and it comes from this area. The pōwhiri is the exchange of speeches, and following each speaker, a waiata will take place, song. Normally a traditional, the old ancient waiata.
The way we were taught is just good manners. If someone gives the rubbish speech, he usually gets a rubbish waiata. It's just the sweetener for the end of the speech. He sang to us after his kōrero in the wharekai, after his speech.
He had a speaker, and his name was Mark Metikingi, who brought him onto the marae, and the woman who did the karanga for him was Taukiri Thomason, and her and Mark sang the waiata for him. But when he got into the dining hall, or the kai house, and he spoke, then he did his own song.
Well, of course, you know, when I saw him, I thought, wow, he's changed. He wasn't Ziggy Stardust anymore. He was dressed in, you know, in a much more conservative sort of style. Really quite elegant, but yeah, it was really great. Yeah, and the thing that really stunned me is when he sang his song. He had such a powerful voice that emanated out of this sort of rather smallish sort of frame, you know.
Hi, yeah, I'm Frank Sims, and I am the background vocalist with my brother George Sims on the entire Serious Moonlight 1983 David Bowie tour. And I not only performed on the tour, but I sang on Let's Dance the record, the #1 record. Toward the end of the tour, we had a wonderful opportunity and invitation to visit a ceremony by the Maoris, the native people, indigenous to New Zealand. David took George and I into his hotel room one night, said, could you guys come down to the hotel room? And as we came in, he said, listen, we're going to a party tomorrow. And he said, I've been told what the nature of the celebration, of the ceremony will be. And I'm going to write a quick little tune, maybe 6, 8, 10-line tune, with very simple lyrics to show the Maoris how happy we are that we have arrived. And I remember singing it, and we were indoors, and we were all cross-legged, sitting on our bottoms, sitting down on the floor, not only the band, but the Maoris. And we were kind of, the band were kind of in one little section, and all the Maoris were kind of spread around the other part of the section. And they sang some beautiful tunes to us. And then we, at one point, David nodded, and so David and George and I sang the song to the Maori people. Yeah.
We ran to the ocean and pledged far to go, to land in New Zealand and sing you our songs.
This is the song.
We're happy and honored to be here with you. We thank you for sharing the way that you do.
Oh my God, that song. I can't believe it.
We ran to the
simple two-part harmony. La 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 da 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 da.
And sing you our songs.
La 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 da da da. Wow. I remember it was very simple, very nursery rhymey.
We thank you for sharing the way that you do.
That's amazing. Where'd you get that recording? One of the Maoris somehow had recorded that?